Welcome, 8th graders and parents. I'm very excited for you to be able to take this little video tour and understand a little bit more about what art offers you at the high school. I'm Mrs. Kaczynski. I'm one of the teachers here. I'm very privileged to be an art teacher here at the high school, and I'm excited to meet many of you next year. When you sit down with your guidance counselor to begin to talk about your options for next year and to plan your schedule, one of the things you'll want to remember is that in order to graduate, you'll need to have a full year credit either in music or art. And if you want to begin a 4-year plan for your artistic exploration as a high schooler, you want to start with a course that we call Studio and Art. It's our foundational course where you really get to explore a lot about yourself as an artist, about different mediums, about art history, about how to use the elements of art and the principles of design in a very unique way that expresses something that you as an artist want to express. Once you've taken Studio and Art, there is a whole range of possibilities for you to follow that course with. For example, if you've decided, you know, I really enjoy drawing and painting. I love working with different kinds of paint. I like working with graphite. It would be a good plan for you to take drawing and painting. If instead you're a hands-on kind of artist who likes to build in a creative way, sculpture and ceramics would probably be the course for you. Digital imaging, printmaking, drawing and painting, advertising and design, all those are courses that can follow up what you began in Studio.
I would recommend taking Studio in Art because it really helps you out and gives you a whole new way of doing all different art that you thought you knew how to do, but you actually didn't. Until you take Studio in Art, you really learn how to really do everything, and you get a way better idea of how everything will look, and I really like it.
This is my favorite art project that we did in Studio and Art. It's called Seasonal Fresco. It was really challenging for me. I'd never done anything like it before, and so it made me leave my comfort zone, and I had to focus on the details, and I ended up really liking it in the end.
And the thing about Studio and Art is you don't have to be necessarily good at art. Mrs. Acker will help you a lot in anything you do, really.
And Studio and Art also opens up a bunch of opportunities to take more art courses, which is really awesome because there's a lot of really cool art courses after Studio that you can get into.
Most of the projects I've never done anything like before, and I like trying new things, and I just like art overall. I took photography because ever since I got my first digital camera, it was one of the tiny little ones with the screen, I started taking pictures of my backyard just to see what it would look like in the future, and I thought it was really cool.
I took photography for a better understanding for photography and to learn how to take better photos. It's more of learning how to do the composition, how to make those artsy photos. The skills I learned in photography, I learned how to be more patient with printing because that gets really nerve-wracking sometimes when it doesn't turn out right, or you keep printing and it doesn't turn out. And I learned how to have a sharper eye when looking for things to shoot. I've learned how to manage my time better.
I learned in the course that it's not just simply to point and shoot, that you have to get different points of views and telling a story through a photo.
I took Studio and Art freshman year, and it was unlike any other art class that I'd taken in middle school, and that was when I realized that I wanted to continue taking art classes through high school. So this year I took drawing and painting because I thought it would be a good chance to further my skills, really hone in on learning how to paint more, learning how to draw with graphite pencils more.
You first start off taking Studio and Art, and that's when you get a general idea of everything, of all the art fields you'll be doing. But another class you can take afterwards is drawing and painting. And that really helps you find your own style and like who you are in your artwork, because you just learn so many different techniques that eventually you'll find one that you're really good at. What I really like about art is that it's a way that you can express and you can put yourself into your own artwork. And I found that with every art that I've done in this class so far is that it is a little piece of you.
Because of drawing and painting, I've been able to learn how to see like an artist, how to think like an artist, and I've been able to learn how to translate everyday things that I see into artworks that I can display.
My own personal experience and others from like my friends, you really get good at art. Like you find out that you have this talent that you didn't know you could have, because everyone does have an artistic talent and you don't really get to embrace it as much.
And it's been an amazing experience, and it's my favorite part of the day. I love taking art.
After I took studio in art, I decided to go into the digital field of art. So I chose digital imaging, and here we get to learn about Photoshop and what you can do by taking an image and editing that image, and I think that's really fun to explore.
And in the beginning of the year, she taught us about all different tools and different activities to do with it, and she gives you a project that you have to use all of them. And my hardest one was with the Creanimal, and you had to take two different animals and put them together. It was really fun, but you had to use a lot of different tools to make it and blend it. And Photoshop, in my projects, I put my own little zip on it, I guess. I take what I like and put it in. Even if it's not like criteria, I find a way to put it in.
I'm really happy I took digital imaging. I've learned a lot, and I'm so happy I can create anything on my computer from nothing.
I love art. I've loved art since I was younger, and I probably always will. And I think once I got to high school and started getting into drawing and painting and student art, I just loved art even more, because you never realize how great it is, I guess, until you know how much you can really do with it.